Hello, my beautiful people. This is Anna Sharif. So, I did not want to say anything about what's going on with this Simone Biles issue, but I had to after watching all these videos for the past week and reading about her because I myself had my own bias and ignorance, which I had to put aside after speaking to a friend of mine. I did not know why she withdrew because at that time all I had was, oh, Simone, withdrew. And I had my reservation towards that. But after speaking to my friend, I decided to put my bias and ignorance aside and read about what happened, what the videos. I had no intention of watching the Olympics, but I had to watch it because I need to see those videos, what happened actually to her, because I followed Simone for a while. I've followed her career. I know she's a strong woman. She does not give up that easily. Why? Because this is a woman who have gone through sexual assault by the U.S. gymnastic Dr. Larry Nasser. It was only when she spoke up that every other girls came out and said, yes, this happened to them. And the association knew about it, but they didn't do nothing about it. This man assaulted these girls for years. No one did anything about it. This is the woman who has experienced all of this type of tragedy in her lives, and she's got up, dust herself and got up and decided to work hard, practice her routine for years, won medals for this country. And by God, just this one time or twice now that her body gives up on her or gave up on her, people decided to bash her. Social media went frenzy on her. People started calling her a psychopath. A guy named Larry Kirk called her a psychopath and a weak. Now we all know Simone is now weak. He even went further and said Simone gave the Russians a gift. Started describing the Russians, these tiny little people. He sat there, what these tiny little people win the gold medal. He gave them a gift. He was talking about politics. This is sport. We're not talking about politics. And he talked like Russia and US are in war. By God, all he was focusing was Russia, Russia, Russia. Even Piers Morgan, who we have seen numerous times walked off his own show, TV show. Now, the biggest one for me is Novak Djokovic, who claimed he has control over his mental health. He has control over his emotions. This is the reason why they are sportmen. You can go read his tweet about it. And like I said, karma always come and get people. He said this yesterday. Karma got him today. Today is Monday, August 3rd. He went for and played for the bronze medal at the Olympics. And when they start whacking him, what? He decided to throw temper tantrums all over the place. This is the man who just claimed yesterday on Twitter that he has control over his mental health. And now, today, he couldn't even win the bronze medal. But he was throwing his racket all over the place, breaking his racket, whacking it everywhere, hitting the net, throwing balls all over the place. Novak Djokovic, you're a sportman. If you knew you were not going to support Simone, you could have just hushed. But you decided to criticize her and then go on the court and decide to throw a fit because you lost. Do you see that? So these are the things that we're talking about. Some of us has no authority to talk about Simone whatsoever. Now that we are sitting here, we can talk. That's why we are talking. None of us have the right to speak on what she's going through because she pulled out because of mental health, physical health, emotional health, everything in between. Mental health is real. I keep saying this. I'm not going in depth about this today because I've done a video about mental health. It's on my YouTube page. Go search Hannah Sharif. It's there. Check for mental health. I've done 2 videos, I believe, on it. So Mental health is real. Let's take the military guys, for example. Those who are family members who have served in the military, they know mental health is real. It's a silence killer. It's in your mind. It's something that we don't see. And just because we don't see it, we think it does not exist. It does exist. PTSD in the military is another form of mental health. Read about it. You know, if you have a family member, you know exactly what I'm talking about, who has served in the military, you know what I'm talking about. So for those of you who discard the woman's mental health, Simone's mental health, as though it was nothing, I believe and I have this firm conviction that each and every one of us struggles with our own emotions. We struggle with our own physical health. We struggle with our mental health. Because there comes a time when, even when we work 7 days straight, I've worked 7 days straight. I've done everything in between. And it comes to a time when your body says, I am tired. It gives up on you. Unfortunately for Simone, her body gave up on her at the Olympics. Now, for you Karens, the term Karen now on social media refers to racist individuals, privileged individuals who think they have the right to say or do anything to another race. This is racist individuals that I'm talking about. That is, they are the ones that they call Karens. And for those who have not heard the term Karens, they are not the ones that they call Karens on social media. They are there calling her names. See? Judging her. You know, just they're using Simone now to climb the ladder, like I always say, you know, by criticizing her instead of supporting her. But one thing we need to understand, Simone owes us nothing. She does not have to answer to us anyway. That woman has won so many gold medals. I just read on USA Today that she's going back to compete tomorrow, which is August 3rd, at the Olympics 2021, on the balance beam. I hope she's okay. I hope physically, mentally, emotionally, I hope she's there, which I know she will not be 100%, but we pray to God that she's okay tomorrow when she competes, and I hope and pray that she wins, you know. And even if she doesn't, it is still okay because she's human. We are all human. Her body gives up on her, and that shows that woman is a human being. Like each and every one of us, when we struggle with our family issues, our family stress, our work stress, we struggle with even a day-to-day stress we go through, financial stress we go through. All that is a mental health issue. But just because we are not in a public space, no one cares about how what we're going through. My God, I've not made videos for a while, but nobody asked what was wrong with my mental. Nobody even checked, are you okay? But I'm back. So we are talking about these things. This is what we're talking about. No one knows what's going on in each and every one of our heads. And another thing I would like to say is we need to stop comparing people to other people. Because a lot of people started comparing Simone to Kerry Struge, the US gymnast who had a leg injury and compete and landed her routine. And everybody wanted Simone to be her. She cannot be her because we need to understand that none of us have the same capabilities. We are all different individuals. We are all different human beings with our own individual capabilities. I cannot compete with anybody. What you have done before, I need you to understand that I cannot do. What Kerry did, I'm not saying Simone cannot do, but she just cannot do it at this particular Olympics. So let her be. Her body said it was tired. Her mind said she was tired. When you look at that woman competing that day, when they took that mark away from her, they deducted her point. That can disorient anybody. You can tell this woman was not in her right frame of mind. Now, if it was your daughter, you would have cried and told her, get off that floor. Because she was tumbling and fumbling everywhere. She could have hurt herself, my people. For those of you who cannot even do a stretch, honestly, even if they ask me to stretch right now, I cannot do it. Even when I'm driving on those bridges, I have panic attack. Most of us are afraid of height. Think about the mental state that I'm in when I'm driving on those bridges. This is how I'm holding the steering like this. I can't even drive. I freeze in one place. And now think about me flipping and all, tumbling all the way and come and land that like Simone does. And you people who cannot do it, you sit there and criticize her. Most of you are fighting your own demons just because you are not on the public space for us to see it. You know, we are not in your shoes. We cannot see yours. We cannot condemn yours. That doesn't mean you should take your demons out of her. You go take care of your own demons. Take care of your own stress. Take care of your own problems. Let Simone take care of her problem like she did. She realized she couldn't do it. She did not give up. Nor is she weak. She just took a break. And she recognized that her body is telling her, I cannot go on anymore. And that is exactly what she did. She took a break. So she's coming back tomorrow. I'm crossing my fingers for her that she's okay. So thank you everybody for watching. We all need to go take care of our mental health. We all need to go take care of our physical self. We all need to take care of our stress. Go stand in that mirror and ask yourself, what has been stressing you out lately? Before you even start talking about Simone. So thank you everybody for watching.